Hello there. Today I'm going to make a Christmas card. A Christmas card featuring Snowy by Penny Black. Snowy was one of the first Christmas stamps that I ever bought, and every year, you can see it's well worn, every year he comes out and I make at least one card with Snowy. It's a Christmas tradition. I'm going to choose some papers and I'm going to watercolour Snowy. So I have some scraps of watercolour card and I have my VersaFine Onyx Black. So I'm going to give Snowy a good coat of black ink. This ink is waterproof, which means we can use our watercolour pens. And I'm going to fussy cut Snowy, so I can just use a piece of scrap watercolour card. Make sure we get a nice dark impression. Excellent. So we'll just set that there on there. Put that away for now. So I have some water, some napkin, and today I think we will use the Zig Clean Colour Real brushes, and so I'm going to use maybe some red and some blue grey, and some light grey, some mauve, light grey. So we've chosen our colours and we'll make sure that we can find some nice papers to match the red and grey. These ones have got snowmen, so I think I might try and find I might use that one, and I always like a little dot. Might use that one, and maybe a bit of that. So I don't know if these are still available, but it's from Echo Park. I Love Winter. I've had them a good wee while, so I'm not sure but there's plenty of papers to choose from. So what I like to do is just lay them out a little bit so that I can tone in Snowy to match my papers. And we'll start with just a little bit of the light grey. This I think is really quite light, so I don't think we'll add much water to that. We'll just add a wee bit of shadow to his hat. I always like to follow, makes it much easier if you have a coloured image. Can we see that okay? A coloured image to copy a little bit. So that's a little bit done in his hat. Now this is a bit darker, so we'll put some down there and we'll add a little bit of water to that. And we'll just give him some snowy highlights, some shadows. Just keeping it nice and loose, nice and watery. Best to start off light and work our way up till it being a little bit darker. And we'll move on to the red because we might go back to that blue and add a wee bit more highlight. Oh, that's quite a pinky red. Don't think we're sure about that. We'll try the red Distress. That might be a better red. No. We'll try this red. Barn Door. Yes, that's a bit better. Again, keeping it quite light and watery, because we can always go over it with less water. I think my pen's nearly done. Add some water. Yeah. Yes, this pen is on its last legs, I think. Anyway, enough to get this done. Just a little bit on his nose. And 2 rosy cheeks. Maybe just, no, it's not doing it. Okay, add that to the shopping list, a new red pen. Anyway, I think we've done enough to give them a nice bit of colour. So, a little bit of fussy cutting, but we'll let them dry. He's still a wee bit wet. We'll let them dry first. Put our pens away. And we'll think about our background. So, we need to get out, which I've forgotten to do, card blank. If we can get the card blank out. There we are. Just need the one, put one away. And we'll get our bone folder. I'll just give that a nice score. So, we think about our backgrounds and which paper to use. I'm going to die cut the backgrounds using some Blueprints dies. I have used these dies over and over. I've had them for many years. They come in various sets, and it's really easy to put backgrounds together because they all coordinate. And the one I use most often is number 14, and that's what I'm going to use today. So with number 14, you get some flowers, some leaves, which we're not going to use today, but you also get a stitched square background stamp die, which we'll put there. You get one that's got one curved edge, which we will layer up like that, and you get this, but I think we will use this, and then Snowy will sit on the top. So I'm going to go over to my die cut machine and cut the backgrounds out and I'll be back in a sec. Hi, so I'm back with my die cuts all cut out. I have my background piece, my second piece with the curved edge, and a scalloped piece. I'm not really happy with how the scalloped piece turned out with the snowmen. It looks a bit odd, but the other side of the paper is little dots, little maybe snowballs, and I think that goes better than that one. So I'm going to go with that side of the paper. I've also decided to give Snowy a little bit more vibrant red on his hat and his scarf. So I've got my pencils out, and this should give me a nice vibrant red, which will be better, I think, to match the red on the card. So we will just get some paint off the pencil, see how we go. Yes, that's a nice brighter red there. Better. And we can go even darker around the edges. Give it a little bit of depth on one side. There, that's better. Yes, so pleased with that. You can put the pencil away. These are Derwent Ink 10s pencils. I have had them a long time too, but they were the first watercolours that I ever used, and I constantly go back to them. Although I do like the fun of the pens, the pencils are always good, never lets you down. So we're going to fussy cut Snowy. I'll just get rid of the excess quickly, and just a quick run round the edge. I'm going to leave a little border and not go right up to the black ink. When I'm fussy cutting, I always move the card or the paper rather than the scissors. Try and keep the scissors straight. It seems to be easier, and I have heard other card makers on YouTube and whatnot saying that it is better to move the card rather than the scissors. So here we are. Just have a wee look, see if I've missed any bits. I think we're all right. I'll straighten off that wee bit at the bottom. Yeah, that's better. So we'll set him at a jaunty angle at the side there. The scallop gives him something to stand on, and I'm going to add a sentiment. So I've die cut this banner, and we will maybe add, maybe push that bit up a bit. No, we'll maybe put it across there like that. No, that's not really going to do it for me. I was going to use this Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous And I was going to use this Merry Christmas down here. And the plan was to stamp it on there, but that's not really. So I think what I'll do is I'll move the whole background up and I'll stamp it straight onto the card there. And we won't use that. So, whoops, we'll line this up with one of the lines on the acrylic block, and I'm going to stamp it before I stick anything else down in case it, just in case it doesn't work. No reason why it shouldn't work, but you just never know. So we'll line that up like that, and we'll put that there. So a little gentle but firm. Make sure we get all the letters on. I could of course have used my stamping platform, but it's only a sentiment. Shouldn't be too difficult. Right, so now we're ready to glue all that down and pop Snowy up on some 3D foam pads. So I'll see you in a second and I'll just get on with that. So that's everything stuck down. I popped Snowy up on some foam pads, and I'm pretty pleased with how that's getting on. So I want to do a little bit of embellishment in the spaces. So I've gotten out some enamel dots, which I thought might go quite well in the white. So maybe some white ones, maybe 3 white ones dotted about. But I also know that I have some snowflakes that might be quite nice. So I think we might go for the snowflakes, or a red snowflake. Little snowflake. Got another small one. Yeah, we put a small one there. When I was sticking it down, I switched Snowy. I had originally thought I would put them there, but I switched them there because I thought it went better with where the sentiment has ended up. So I think I'm going to go there or there. Or there, we'll make your mind up. Here, that'll do it. Yeah. So I'm going to go with that. And we'll stick them down. I think both sides are the same. I'm turning them over as if it makes a difference, but I think they're both the same. And last one. Yeah. So I think as a finishing touch, I will add some stickles around the trim of his hat. and maybe down the bottom and around the edge. Yeah. That's Stickles Diamond Stickles. So there we have nice, bright, cheery Merry Christmas with snowy, watercoloured, some background papers, a few embellishments. Thanks for watching today. I'll see you next time. Bye.